Hi, I'm Liam O'Mara. You might know me as a congressional candidate, but by profession, I'm a historian of ideas, and one of my big areas of scholarly emphasis are nationalist, fascist, and populist movements. And it's in that capacity that I want to point to a disturbing trend of far right, neo Nazi, white nationalist, and neo fascist rhetoric and imagery on the American right. Because that use is not accidental and it's no longer uncommon. This extends far past the kind of nativist dog whistles we've seen for decades about immigrants, non Christian religions, and the like, and now openly embraces arguments and imagery from the fascist governments of Europe. It's become commonplace to hear a fulmination against globalists and against cultural Marxism, with many speakers, seemingly at least, oblivious to the anti Semitic history of those absurd conspiracy theories. Laura Ingraham a few years ago got away with giving a Bellamy salute at the Republican National Convention by calling it a wave. And the symbolism, though, was gobbled up by racist and was followed by Heil Trump calls and a sharp increase in hate crimes. Last year, the Trump administration ran an online advert attacking leftist movements in the US and illustrated with the inverted red triangle that was used to label socialists in Nazi concentration camps. Folks are a lot more familiar with the Uda yellow star that only appeared in 1941 to mark Jews in Nazi Germany, but various triangles, these inverted triangles, were used in concentration camps beginning in 1933. And somehow the Trump team used the exact shape and color for leftist political prisoners in an ad about leftists with an implied threat that was read loud and clear on both right and left. And this takes us to the reason for this video. At the recent CPAC meeting in Florida, conservatives gathered to see not only a giant gold statue of Trump, shades of the golden calf, anyone, but a stage that had a very distinctive shape. The Odal or Othala rune has long been used by white supremacists in its original form, as in this flag seen in the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally. That was, remember, the event at which Trump claimed there were very fine people on both sides. But, you know, if someone is rallying and marching beside avowed neo Nazis and white supremacists, that person is okay with those beliefs. Anyway, the stage at CPAC, though, used a more modern variant of the Othala rune, which originated in the Nazi Schutzstaffel, or SS, and specifically in the branch of the SS that dealt with racial purity in the organization. Here's what it looked like on their uniforms. Again, folks will claim this is coincidental, but plausible deniability is the whole point of dog whistle politics. They know that some people will pick up on the implied message and everyone else will pass over it. Mission accomplished. Goldwater, Nixon, and Reagan were masters of the racist dog whistle, but rather than growing more subtle over time as this country has grown more diverse, these whistles have grown louder and more blatant. And the reason is that they are the stock in trade for what I call grievance culture. And the exploitation of fear and grievance from the formerly privileged is ever the path of neo fascists and demagogues. If someone is telling you that the extension of rights to others in any way threatens you, they are exploiting grievance culture. If someone tells you that we already have full equality and racism's all in the past, they are exploiting grievance culture. Fear of difference and the supposed threat posed to the collective by minorities is the heart of fascism's appeal. And it doesn't matter whether you're being warned about Jews, Muslims, Latinos, African Americans, the queer and transgender, or any other group. The purpose is the same. The politics of fear have always been a key component on the right in conservatism, but there's a hazy line separating conservatism from neo-fascism. And that line has been crossed repeatedly. So much so that it's now impossible to perceive the Trumpist movement as anything but neo-fascist. And unless we want the large uptick in right-wing and white supremacist terror in recent years to become our new normal, we need to recognize that threat and push back culturally. Unless we want the attempted coup on 6 January to be a harbinger of worse to come, and for Trump to have merely paved the way for a slicker and more competent demagogue, we must face what is happening and look for real solutions. There's a lot of work to do. Let's organize. Please join us.